Today I will be taking you through a brief demo of what is what I'm calling a Tri-Flow Vinyasa. And this is a really cool sequence that I've been teaching for about 6 months now that incorporates equal parts sun salutations, sun A, sun B, and a variety of moon salutations. I like to practice this toward the middle or the end of the day. I have found that this practice allows me to still feel like I did a sun salutation, but it doesn't raise my energy up to a point where I can't rest or sleep at night. And that balancing energy is brought in through the incorporation of the lunar sequencing. So I invite you to join or watch, see what you think of this, and please feel free to come back and take more classes anytime. So we'll come to a comfortable seated position. If you have some props handy, that's great, although you don't need props for this practice. And we'll start with grounding in our breath. Feel free to soften or close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and begin to connect with your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. We're working with Ujjayi Pranayama. Reach the arms up overhead, take an inhale. Exhale, weave your fingers together, press them up toward the sky, look up. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, reach the arms up. Flip the palms, exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, twist to your left. Reach the arms up, weave the fingers together, flip the palms, look up, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Reach the arms up, inhale. Press the palms. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring your hands to your knees, begin to gently circle. And the other way. And again, this is a short form introduction to what this class looks and feels like. So if you need to take a little more time, feel free to add a couple of extra rounds here. We'll find our way into tabletop. Sinking our back toward our heels, stretching our feet, and then pulling ourselves forward toward our hands, flipping the tops of the feet, stretching the tops of the feet. Pull yourself forward again, curl the toes under, stretch the heels back. Uncurl the toes, flatten the tops of the feet. Good, shift your weight forward, lift the circular part of your palm and press it down a few times, both hands. With a vinyasa practice, we put a lot of weight on our hands, so we want to be mindful that we're using the entire arch of the hand, strengthening our hands. Then flip the top of your hand down, give your fingers a wiggle. Be conscious of your wrists, taking care of your wrists. Stretch your hips up and back. Coming in a downward facing dog, your first downward facing dog. Look up at your thighs, look back at your heels, drive one heel and then the other into the mat. And then shift your weight forward into a high plank, set the knees down, and come through a modified chaturanga, lower all the way down. Lift your hands for baby cobra, inhale. Press back onto your knees and stretch up and back, downward facing dog, exhale. Shift forward into high plank. Lower the knees, lower halfway, lift the knees, lower all the way. So I'm taking you through all of the variations of your vinyasa. Inhale, full cobra. Make sure that your shoulders are down and away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, full plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, knees and thighs off the floor. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. Lift halfway as you inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Roll it, reach for the sky, inhale. Exhale, hands through heart center. First, we move through sun A. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Release your hands. Step your right foot back, passing through a high lunge. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Move through modified chaturanga, baby cobra or full cobra, downward facing dog. Hold for 2 breaths. Whichever foot you step back with, step the opposite foot forward. Take an inhale, look forward, exhale. Move your other foot back up to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, this time step your other foot back, your left foot back, passing through high lunge, and then back into down dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, lower the knees. Hover, lift the knees, lower all the way. Inhale, full cobra, bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha, down dog for 2 breaths. Press your shoulders back, keep your neck nice and long and easy. Ujjayi pranayama here. Step your left foot forward, look forward, inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release your hands and figure out how you want to move back. So you can step one foot back, the other foot back, or if you want, you can bend at the knees and try to hop your feet back, down dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold for 2 breaths. Look to the top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, however you want to get there. If you want to hop, you can hop. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Inhale, bring it up, and exhale through heart center. That was Sun A. Sun B. Inhale, exhale, chair. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Option through a child's pose in here. Find your way into downward facing dog. Right leg lifts for 3-legged dog as you inhale. And as you exhale, swing the foot through. Pivot the heel down, find your warrior 1. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, step back and move through your flow. And we meet in downward facing dog. Same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg lifts for 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Pivot the heel down. Bring it up to standing. Inhale. Exhale, move through. Find your flow. Everyone's pacing and breath is going to be different. Vinyasa yoga is a heat creating practice. Holding down dog for 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Look to the top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, single step or multiple steps back up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Reach your fingers behind your heels. We sit back into chair. Inhale, exhale up to standing. Look up, inhale, exhale, chair. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step 1 foot back and then the other. Move through your flow. So Sun B adds in our warrior. Right leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, linking the breath we step through. Warrior 1 on the inhale. Linking the breath with the movement on the exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts on the inhale. Breath and movement link as you step through on the exhale. Warrior 1, inhale. Exhale, move. You'll find this is a Heat creating practice, holding down dog for 2 breaths here. Exhale through the mouth when you're feeling heat in the body. Figure out how you want to move to the top of the mat. Inhale, exhale, get there. Inhale, lift halfway, extend the spine. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Reach your fingers behind your heels. Sit back into chair, inhale. Exhale, drive up to standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Sun A, Sun B. Working into sequencing based on moon salutations. So opening the hips. Bring your hands to your hips. Put all of your weight onto your left foot. Inhale, lift your right foot. Exhale, extend your right foot back behind you. Use your hands to help you counterbalance. Step back into warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, open the hips for warrior 2. Align your heels. Make sure your top knee isn't collapsed again. Reach out through your arms. Good. Take 3 breaths here. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, reach your fingers past your toes and find your way into triangle. This is where I'm going to reach for my props. Block in my hand to help me get my shoulders stacked and my spine and the trunk of my spine long. You can look down, you can look up, or you can release your ear to your shoulder for 3 breaths. 2 more. 1 more. Use your left hand or your bottom hand, reach yourself up. Good, inhale. Exhale, point your toes toward the long side of the mat. Then kick your heels in and turn your toes out. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, sit into goddess. 3 breaths here. 2 more. 1 more. Reach up, extend the legs, inhale. Exhale, point your right toes or your other toes to the right. Extend the arms. Reach the fingers past the toes and rotate into your triangle on this side. So we're just moving from one side to the other. Same sequence on both sides. Again, 3 breaths here. Nose down, nose up, or ear to shoulder. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. From here, I find my way into my warrior 2 for 3 breaths. Same thing, other side, checking my heels, reaching out through my shoulders, drawing up through my heels. So my feet are pulling in, my arms are reaching out. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. From here, I turn toward my back leg or my right leg, and I find my warrior 1 for 3 breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Then I shift my weight forward and I try to balance on that 1 leg for 3 breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Feet come together. Now I'm at the back of the mat. So this is a pretty cool, it's a Mobius flow or an infinity flow. Reach the arms up, inhale. It can go on forever. On the exhale, we're gonna lower down and find our way into a butterfly. So you can give the knees a flutter here, I'll face you. Give the knees a flutter here. And then circle through the base of your spine, settling into any areas in your hips that are sticky, stiff, tight. You can press down on the thigh or up to the knee. I really like props under my knees in this variation. So I'm focusing on creating length through the hips and the small part of the back, through your QL. And I'm filtering the breath into that sensation. And I want to do the same thing on both sides. So I'm grabbing the foot, elongating the spine, pressing down and breathing into, again, this tissue from the hip to the ribs. As we work into sort of the cool down portion of the Tri-Flow Vinyasa practice, I like to add either self-massage, myofascial release, or some aspect of engaging, using tools, and then moving into reset and relaxation. So we're going to focus on the hips now. If you don't have triangles, you can use a pillow, a block, a rolled up mat. We're going to release the psoas. So the triangles will come together, both two triangles side by side with the peak point up and the landmark side facing down. And you'll find your hip bones, and you can separate the triangles. Find the front of your hip bones, and then let yourself rest your hip bones on the triangles. You can stay up on your elbows initially, and then as you breathe and you relax, you'll begin to feel your body softening and letting you sink. And this is that reset we're going for. Helpful to breathe. You're not going to be able to breathe as deeply in this variation, so just be okay with that. Last breath. Now, if you want to stay in this longer, obviously, you're welcome to stay in this longer. Lift yourself up, take a cobra on your triangles, squeeze your glutes, look up, stretch up and back, ripple through a few rounds of spinal movement. So just wiggling the tail, barrel rolling through the center of the spine, shrugging and lifting the shoulders, lifting the head and dropping the head, all of your spine. And then figure out the best way for you to access a final reclining resting pose. So for me, today I want to lay flat on my back, but I also want to continue to get some hip support and release. So that's going to be a reclining butterfly with triangles underneath my knees or underneath the small part of my back. Exhale all of the air out of your body. Inhale as slowly as you can. See if you can inhale up to 10. And exhale out to 10. Use your hands to help bring your legs closed. If you have props underneath you, move them, give the knees a hug. Let your knees drop to the right and the left for an easy spinal twist. Try to keep your shoulders down if you can. And then roll up to seated or lay on your side and come up to seated. So just a gentle welcome to what is Tri-Flow Vinyasa. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. I hope that you feel calm, but also maybe a little warm and a little energized, good and open in your hips and ready to enjoy a relaxing, balanced remainder of your day. Thank you so much, and keep on checking back for more videos.